These guys think they know something. They know shit. Jack. Okay, guys, we're going to be starting here in a couple minutes, so hopefully you're all ready. I'm going to try to move my camera here a little bit. This might be
You said you're gonna be with video tonight, right?
Yeah, I'm on video for the first time. There we go. All right. I'm adding capabilities and skills and new things to do. So trading was fantastic today. You know, we had a great day in trading. Lots of people made money on the Signals channel, so very happy about that. Probably the best day ever for most of the folks here. We pretty much nailed the market in a lot of respects, and you'll see why we did what we did. You know, and I think that this was a really, really good day. You'll also understand a little bit more about, you know, how I operate in terms of signals and the risk management that goes in, that's involved in it. And I'll kind of explain my rationale for taking some of the trades we took, and we'll go through that. But it was really cool. It was a great day. I'm going to give it just another minute here. Let some additional folks get into it from YouTube, and we'll get going.
I didn't see the video actually. Are you on?
Pardon me?
You said you're gonna be on video. I didn't see the video.
Oh, you don't see. You may not see it if you're on YouTube. You will see it, but if you're on
okay, I'm on Discord.
If
okay,
you're on Discord, you won't. I can see if I can turn on the camera, but I don't think it's going to let me because. Oh, actually, it might. No, it's not gonna. All right. Well, I'll have to do the video for the Discord folks at some other point. But if you're on YouTube, you can definitely see it. Actually, it might. There we go. No, it's not. All right. So it's 4 o'clock. Welcome to the market wrap up. It was a very instrumental day, very big day for us in the signals room. Lots of good stuff to talk about, but let's get into the markets because that's why we're here. And we had just a fantastic day from the dollar's perspective. Realistically, it was it should have been expected. You know, we had been trending up on a daily basis in the dollar, and the dollar just kept taking a dump. And, you know, I was kind of wondering why, but of course, you know, the dollar is going to come back. I kind of figured it was going to test this channel, and it did. It actually went into the midpoint of the channel. And of course, the bottom of the dollar is when all the markets turn, and that's frankly where we got our entries. So the fact is, as long as this dollar continues up and stays above these lows, these markets have frankly bear written all over them. Now that's the dollar. So let's look at oil. Somebody asked about oil in TradingView. The fact is, oil's trade's already been done. We've been in it since last week. There isn't anything to do down here. We're at our objective. Now it may sell off a little bit more to maybe the bottom of this potential channel, or to the second 60-second target price. All that being said, it's difficult to enter here. There's just not a lot to do here. You're kind of stuck. If you know, hopefully you're already in it. We're in swing trades from the 83.50 to 84.50 level. So as long as you're in oil, you're good. You know, I would probably have a bit of a stop in oil, and I would actually say that, you know, if you're short and oil gets above 80.50, you might want to consider getting out and taking your profit. But for the time being, we're gonna let it ride. And really, the gist of this oil trade is this this extension short. There was a series here that traded a few times, but this short, it's not an extension. This regular short traded last Friday, and we have been down ever since. And there's just frankly no need to lift this trade yet. Let's move on to gold. And, you know, gold has traded its 61.8% line from the intermediate highs on the 15-minute time frame. But you can see we've been in a downtrend, and this is just one, realistically, this is just one piece of it. Here's the second leg. Second leg, we actually traded only the 38.2% lines, or the first leg. So we're in the second leg of this, and you can see that from this high, we have traded a 61.8% line. We've defended it. We're trading lower. This would be the second in a series, and this would take us down to 22.65. Now, what I'd like us to see is that we should be monitoring our shorts from highs here and making sure that we do stay below this 23.20. So if you're in this trade, and I put the trade signal room on notice at 23.25. So if you're in it from 23.25, that's a potential swing trade. All that being said, you do have the possibility of gold trying to trade its next measured move short, which would take us to about 23.20. Above 23.2250, 23.23, I would probably take profit there on the off chance that we're going to retest this level and try to do it one more time. Markets love to second test, and so you do have to be on guard for that. But for the time being, we've got profit, and we're looking at more. This is, by the way, just it's for those who are initiating a position, you could do it, but for many of us who have the swing trades from higher levels, from this 23.40 level, this was just an add to the swing trade. And realistically, now we can start to look at potentially a channel that is this possibly wide. So we're going to clone this. We're going to add this down. And, you know, we could see moves down to the bottom end of this channel. And that's obviously where I would be looking to possibly take some profit. It's going to coincide with our 22.65 level. So that's what you're going to be watching. But in the short term, there will still be elements of the trade that are somewhat bullish. There's a bunch of people that will say, hey, we still have higher lows, and we don't have lower high or higher highs, and that's going to be a challenge for them. But they will point to that, so that's why there is still this. It's going to take some time to work its way down, basically. But we're in good shape. And the other element too around this is the fact that silver is not rallying. Silver is falling. Silver is in a very similar trend. And so it's confirming, frankly, the fall. When we break into new lows on silver, I expect we'll be in new lows with regards to gold. And so that'll help set us up. Our silver big objective is down here at the 26.21 level. Notice that silver did not even make it to its 38.2% line. That's part of the reason why I've always felt that this was really just a retrace and not a bull move. When there's a bull move, you'll know, and silver will help telegraph it, and it doesn't do that for us right now. All right. And then we've got, let me look at, then we've got the ES, and this is where we made substantial amounts of money. Huge amounts. Basically, I told you guys to, I signaled short to get short at the 51.15, 51.17 level, something like that. We have since traded down about 60, 70 points from that level just in the last hour and a half. We are threatening to go below these lows, and we should. Our targets for this short are 50.22 and 49.81. Given this momentum, I do expect that we're going to take out this 50.22, if not in this next 50 minutes, actually probably in Asia and Europe. So I do expect lower levels here. Obviously, you guys, the profits in this are substantial. You should be trailing it. You should be locking in profit. Again, anything you should. My rule of thumb is 25% locked in, 75% floats. That gives it the ability to retrace if it needs to, and then come back down. So there is a potential up trade here also in stocks. All that being said, this momentum is so vast that I do think it's going to carry us through, and odds are we're going to see our objectives here trade shortly. Once you know ES and where it's traded, because the fact is, all we're doing is just trading a channel on ES that frankly isn't all that different than what we saw in gold. But this is essentially a channel that we have failed, and we failed through it. And like gold, which had to go to its 50% line in the channel, so did ES. It went to its. Here's the thing about these channels. If you fail the channel and you get back in it, you sure as heck better go all the way to the top of the channel. Otherwise, you risk exactly what's happened, which is a failure back down and through it and through support, and now we're heading into resistance. So that's how you trade this. But once you know ES, you pretty much know the other indices. They're just various different flavors of it. So we know that here's the Dow. The Dow didn't even make it up to its all the way halfway back short. It got front run at its 38.2. And you'll notice it traded the 38.2 essentially 3 times before it is finally given away. But each time it gets lower and lower and lower. And now we're going to be into the mode where tomorrow we'll be looking to trade this 36,800 level. That's its objective. In the short term, there will be other we've got this minor short here from highs that we will probably. You could say 37,700 is the one. Yes, we kind of blew through the 61.8, but these don't have to be perfect. You just have to get through it. When the fact that we sold back through the 61.8 was your tell, and that's how I set up a lot of these trades. So looking for some continued movement down, 37,700 obviously, and then our big objective is 36,771. So massive moves. We've already made big money already, but these moves can go a lot deeper, and I suspect that they will. Now we turn our attention to NASDAQ, which just had an amazing turn of events, and just a tremendous amount of money as well. It's actually performed just as bad as ES. One of the things you'll notice is that YM is only 30 stocks, and it tends to avoid heavy NASDAQ influence, although I think Amazon's part of it, Microsoft is too. But when the tech stocks sell off, they tend to sell off with more whippiness, and so they're already down back at their lows, and they're going to threaten to take out their lows. Good chance that they will. Like the other ones, it traded its 50% all the way halfway back short up here, and then it has basically put in a head and shoulders top, if you will, with moves that threaten to go down to 47 or 46,715. So definitely be looking out for that. That'll be a big move as well. Again, I did not put our signals out on NASDAQ because frankly, YM and ES are a little bit more technical. NASDAQ moves so much that I get bluffed out, honestly, and I don't trade it nearly as well. But you can trade it. If you trade it, just trade it small and give it yourself a lot more, frankly, room, because the retracements don't really stop at 61.8. They will also go higher. And actually, in some respects, they could go as high as 80 or 90% retracements, which are silly, but that's kind of the way it is. But recognize that these are important because these moves are signaling a new downtrend, and that's the important thing. So, we may not be necessarily in a downtrend yet, but we're about to start it, and we've got great position here given where we sold, and so that's what we're going to be looking for is this downtrend to really start to take place, especially over the next 2 days. I suspect tomorrow could be a bad day, and then Friday will be a range day like it tends to usually is. But really, I do think that we're trading down towards these objectives by Friday. So that's what you're going to be looking for. Now, all this leads into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has failed our extension. For the longest time, Bitcoin was threatening to go higher. We, with this extension drawn from highs to highs, because we did not have a proper retrace, there was always a threat or a risk that Bitcoin could go to 79,670. Well, you can pretty much take that trade off the table because we have failed beneath the 61.8% line. And unless we have a miracle close here in the next 45 minutes, we're going to close beneath this extension long level. And that pretty much guarantees that Bitcoin's going to start selling off. Now, there is one hope, and that is if Bitcoin can redeem itself, work its way back into this channel by tomorrow, there is a chance that Bitcoin can save it. But it's going to be pretty tough with NASDAQ selling off and NASDAQ being in shorts. There just isn't going to be a lot of support. One of the things that you'll notice is that the Bitcoin actually traded its support up here about 10 days ago in April 23rd. So actually about a week ago, it traded its resistance. And since it's traded its resistance, it's been pretty much straight down. And that has coincided with the NASDAQ kind of getting ready to extend its next leg down too. So that's what we're seeing is that the NASDAQ and Bitcoin are pretty much tied together now. And now they're going to be very correlated going forward. And you'll see there's a chance that we trade Bitcoin as an example down to its fibs, and we're actually getting close to its 38.2, but we could go to the 50 or we could go to the 61.8, and that's just the fib from these August, October lows. There's a deeper fib here, and the all the way halfway back fib is down here. So yeah, I mean, 37,000 is not beyond the realm of possibility, especially if you look at the bigger chart and the fact that we did dip into highs. So, we dipped into highs, and this is what I always say, if there's a dip in and you come back into the range, you do threaten to go to the opposite side of the range, and the opposite side of the range could easily be down here at 37,000 or even 15,000. It's Bitcoin. It can trade anywhere. Anyway, that's that. Any questions from the Discord room? I'll be happy to take them. Let me know. Feel free to unmute yourself if you want to ask a question or hit the chat. Otherwise, I am probably going to stop it here. For those that are on YouTube, would appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. And if you wanted to get in onto our signals room, message me. I'll give you the link, and that'd be great. The more the merrier. And it was a very fun day. Highly profitable day for all of us. Looking forward to seeing you guys here again tomorrow. Stay safe, trade safe, and we'll see you back here tomorrow bright and early.